Well, hello again. Welcome back to Tim's Brick Adventures. So, as you saw in the last video, I was doing my review of Sesame Street, and in the background was my very first mock that I did. It was for the Lego store, and so I realized I had never done a video of that. So I thought I would have fun with that. Little background, when I first joined Houston Brick Club, at that point it was still TexLug Houston, and this was probably 2014. Yeah, I think 2014 June, actually 8 years ago now, because it was June of 2014 when I actually officially joined. And I went to the then Brick Fiesta, now Brick Rodeo, to meet with everybody. But one of the things that our group was allowed to do was there was one open window in the Lego store, and it was for the Lug group to be able to build something to put in there, and just as their way of supporting the local group. And I don't remember, I think we got, if you got your piece in there, you got to pick a brick cup or something and a discount on a set or something. So I mean, not only did you get the recognition of having your build in the Lego store, you got a little bit of, you know, perks. Now, from what I understand, some of these stores across the country still do this, if I heard right. Now, I don't think ours do anymore. We have over the years done different things for different events and stuff. This was my first, and then my son and I, actually my son did some stuff, and I'll have to see if I can find pictures because I don't have them built anymore. But what I want to share today is the very first thing I did, and I just never have had the heart to tear it apart. So, and I don't really need the pieces, so it's just, I don't know, something fun for me. But that particular year, it was the 75th anniversary of Batman. And I don't know if I've said or not, but Batman is like my ultimate superhero. Always has been and always will be. So I chose to do something along celebrating him. And I chose, back in the 60s with the Batman show that was on, they always had Batman and Robin at some point during the episode walking what looked like they were rappelling up the side of the building, and different guest stars or different people would poke their head out the window and talk to them as they were going up. So I did a little play on that theme, and as you'll see, the characters I chose to pop out of the window, I'm sure they were just laying there handy. So that's why they're there. There's no rhyme or reason. But anyway, enough jibber jabber. I'm going to show the build and talk about it a little bit. And hopefully, you know, this, like I said, I had never, at this point when I built this, I was still doing everything from instructions. I really wasn't. I had just found out about the Lego Lug groups and conventions and all that kind of stuff. So at that, up until, you know, the first 2 or 3 years, I had no idea about all that stuff. Now, I did play with the custom figures and building my own custom figures, but never had any idea about this. You know, I knew a little bit about YouTube because I would started watching, but you know, conventions and building mocs and all that stuff was all new to me. So the point to all of that is anybody can build stuff, and it's like any art. It's all, the beauty is in the eye of the beholder. And so I think this turned out pretty well. Structurally, it's terrible. I had to do some revamping over the years. I wish I'd have done it as a complete building, and I don't know, I might still totally revamp it into a modular. But for right now, it's a great piece. It's easy to transport, and so when I need a quick mock for a display around town or whatever, it's just really cool and fun to do that. So with that, I'm gonna flip the camera and talk about it a little bit. All right, so this is my first mock. Now, as you can see, like I was saying, structurally, it's not the best. It's a 16 by 32 base plate, and I just mainly was trying to do the facade of the building. But as I was building, and you see my window placement's not the best, so I had to adjust that. But as I had no idea what I was going to do for sure, and then as I went, I decided, oh, you know, on the rooftop I ought to have Joker and Penguin. So I got Joker up here doing the barbecue, and I was pretty proud of my little barbecue. I just kind of created that on the fly. Now, I will say it's not structurally the best. It will come apart pretty easy, so I have to be kind of careful on moving it around. But I thought it turned out pretty good. Of course, Joker in his chef hat, and Penguin, he's hanging out, drinking. There's our Houston Brick Club. Actually, we were still Houston TexLug. I need to swap that out for Houston Brick Club. But if I have some, I need to find out. But anyway, like I was saying earlier, in the 60s Batman with Adam West and Burt Ward, every episode, they always ended up walking up the side of the building. And it was always funny. Whoever would poke their head out. So apparently the Simpsons had just come out, the CMF, probably series 1, I would say. So Krusty, of course, was kind of funny, and he's got the pie to throw at him. And there was usually always a lady that stuck her head out the window. So Marge just happened to be there. It was more for the comedy effect. And of course, we got a burglar climbing up the fire escape, and another burglar poking his head out. So I think, like I said, this was the 75th anniversary of Batman, and that year at the San Diego Comic-Con, this was one of the sets. Now, this is not one of those. As they always tend to do, they do put the parts list online, and I do have it. So, you know, all my Batman friends and fans out there, that, you know, if you don't have this or the instructions, let me know. I did do a couple of little changes. I changed this up. I think they'd used just the gear lever things. And there is a fire, and I might have put some special printed tile in there too. I don't remember. I did a couple little things, and the wheels are different too. I like these wheels. So, but it was a very cool little build. And then also the Batman and Robin figures. Now I need to get, they actually did a classic Batman and Robin, because Robin should have shorts, not long pants. And I think the mask is different. And I do have classic Batman and Robin, so I need to find them and add them back to it. I think they were on here at one time. But and with the convention set, oh, you know what? That may be a weird, yeah. I don't know how that'll look once I make the video, so I apologize if it gets kind of weird. But there it is. Tim's first mock build. And I will say, like, it's been a great one. I've gotten lots of compliments on it. It did go to the two Lego stores, and has been to several conventions and several displays. So if you're a Batman fan, I hope you feel like I did it justice. And I guess that's it. This might be my shortest video ever. So, with that, I appreciate y'all. Gotta love Batman. And thank you all for tuning in once again. And as always, like, subscribe, share. I would ask share. I'm at 352. I'm really trying, would like to get up to the, well, I ain't gonna lie. I eventually hope to get the 1,000 subscribers and beyond. But I'm just, doing what I can. But I would like to try and get up to 500 by the end of the summer. So if you know people or like it enough to share it, why, I sure would appreciate it. And thank y'all, and hope you're all having a great summer. Bye now.